satisfaction. That's what every renovation promises, but few actually deliver. Because most people see renovation as construction, I see it as redemption. Taking what's broken, forgotten, or dismissed, and giving it a second life. And this was the most satisfying home renovation I've ever done. When I first stepped into this house, it didn't even feel alive. The walls were yellowed, the air stale, the floors warped and tired. Every corner whispered neglect. It wasn't haunted, it was exhausted. You could almost feel the decades of patchwork repairs and quick fixes layered on top of each other. Most people would have torn it down, but I didn't want a blank canvas. I wanted a comeback story. The first thing I did was strip away the noise. Every cracked tile, every faded carpet, every broken switch, gone. You can't rebuild on chaos. I left only the bones, raw, exposed, and honest. That's where satisfaction begins. When you see truth instead of pretending it's fine. The plan was simple, no luxury, no pretension. Just timeless, clean design that respected the house's age but gave it a new soul. Light wood, matte finishes, natural tones, and simplicity in every line. I didn't want the house to shout. I wanted it to breathe. We started with the structure, reinforced joists, new subfloor, rewired every circuit, rerouted the plumbing. It wasn't glamorous work, but it's the kind of work that defines the difference between a surface job and a transformation. Satisfaction doesn't come from what you see first. It comes from what will last. Next came the walls, fresh drywall, clean corners, soft neutral paint. A tone that invited light instead of reflecting anxiety. Every brushstroke felt like therapy. It was slow, precise, and watching that dull, lifeless space turn bright again was addictive. The kitchen was next, the heart of any renovation. I kept it minimal. Natural oak cabinets, open shelving, white tile backsplash, black fixtures. Simple geometry, clean symmetry, nothing extravagant, just beautiful balance. The countertop was sealed concrete, smooth, and seamless. The kind of surface that feels more authentic than perfect. Lighting was the silent game changer. I spent days designing it, recessed LEDs in the ceiling, warm ambient strips under the shelves, pendant lights over the island that cast a soft golden glow. The kind of light that makes you pause for a second when you walk in because it feels calm. The bathroom was rebuilt completely. Polished plaster walls, a walk-in shower with matte black fittings, and natural stone tiles underfoot. Every element was tactile, every decision intentional. I wanted the space to feel quiet, almost meditative. Because true satisfaction isn't loud, it's subtle. Flooring across the house tied everything together. Wide plank European oak, light, natural, and grounding. You step on it barefoot and it doesn't creak or echo. It absorbs sound like the house finally found peace. Then came the details that no one talks about, but everyone feels. Trim work aligned to the millimeter. Handles that match the door hinges, consistent sight lines from every room. Perfection hides in consistency. That's what makes a renovation satisfying, not color trends or expensive decor, but discipline. By the end, the house didn't just look new. It felt complete, balanced, centered, like it exhaled after holding its breath for decades. The cost wasn't small, around $35,000 total. But what it gave back was worth far more. Because satisfaction doesn't come from money spent. It comes from execution done right. When you walk in and nothing screams for attention, that's design maturity. When everything works and nothing feels out of place, that's mastery. The final moment, lights dimmed, a soft track playing, sunlight fading through the window. I stood there and realized something. I hadn't just renovated a house. I'd restored harmony, the kind that modern builds often forget. And maybe that's the real secret. Renovation isn't about creating perfection. It's about creating peace. Spaces that make people feel safe, comfortable, grounded. That's what makes it satisfying. So when you start your next project, forget trends. Forget resale value. Focus on alignment of materials, of light, of purpose. Because when design, craftsmanship, and intention finally click together, that's when you'll feel it. The quiet satisfaction of doing it right. If this inspired you, subscribe, stay tuned, and remember, the most satisfying projects aren't the ones that look the best. They're the ones that feel complete.